you aren't accomplishing the things that you want to in life, it's probably because you don't understand the trickle-down system. It's fun, it's weird, and I'm gonna explain it to you today. Let's say you've got a goal for 5 years from now. You wanna have a business that's doing $10 million a year. That means that over the next 5 years, you need to take sequential steps to get there. And you're gonna face problems along the way, and you're gonna need habits. So each of these three things, your problems, your issues you're facing, your long-term goals, and your habits, are all separate tracks that lead into these goals. So how do I think about these things, and how can you apply the way I think about it to your own life? I'm trying to get a business to $10 million in 5 years. I now have my goal. I have my long-term vision of what I'm shooting for. I've written this down. The next thing I'm gonna do is say, okay, what is my goal for this year related to that? Or what are my goals? So it could be something like I need to build my sales pipeline. It could be I need to spend some money on marketing. And you could imagine applying this to your physical body, to your relationships, to everything. So if I'm applying this to my business and I say this year I need to generate $1 million in sales, that'll get me on the trajectory towards where I want to go. So that's now my goal for the year. The next thing I'm going to do is say, what are my goals for the quarter? So for the quarter, I might need to hire and train my first salesperson, okay? So the issues that I'm facing related to that goal are the next thing I'm gonna fill out, okay? So I'm gonna think, first of all, I've got my quarterly focuses. I've got my goals, and we call these rocks often, that I'm gonna try and fill my bucket with. So if my goal is to hire a salesperson this quarter and to try selling some different things, I then need to say to myself, what are the issues that I might face, or what are the issues that I'm facing? I might not know how to recruit very well. I might not have sales manuals. I might not have sales training. I might not have my sales process in place yet. So I need to address each of these issues alongside this goal that I've set for the quarter. So now I'm focused on hiring someone, and I'm focused on dealing with these issues. And the last thing I'm going to think about are, what are the habits that I need to support these goals? What are the things I need to do every day in order to get there? So I might need to be building up what my sales training looks like. So that could be A, I interview 3 people for the job every day, and B, I spend time, maybe an hour a day on calls with prospective clients, taking notes about what's working. So I now am taking habits, right? And the odds are, after I've interviewed 10, 20, 50 people, I'm gonna find someone that I think is awesome. And the odds are, after I've spent 10, 20, 50 hours talking to sales clients, I'm going to have a potential list, and I'm going to have a pretty good idea of the processes that are working for me to close some deals, right? And again, this is hypothetical. Apply this to fitness as well. So you've got your 5-year goal of what you want to do, your 1-year goal, your 3-month goal. So let's say my 3-month goal of fitness is that I want to lose 5 pounds. And I know that I'm going to need to work on diet. I'm going to need to work on a plan, some kind of workout plan. And I'm probably going to have to do something on a daily, weekly basis. What are my issues? Maybe staying injury-free. So let's say I've historically had some knee injuries. And so I now have to think about all these different things when I'm putting this plan of action together. It's 3 things, right? What are the rocks? What are the big projects that I'm working on? What are the one-off tasks that I need to do? And what are the habits? And often the issues that you have are related to one-off tasks, but sometimes they're related to your habits too, right? So if you sit down and write down, okay, number 1, what is the goal? And then backtrack it. What is the thing I need to accomplish this year to get closer to that goal? What's the thing I need to accomplish this quarter to get to that goal? What are the issues or problems or fears that I have preventing me from achieving these quarterly and annual goals that I've set? Write these down. And what are the habits that I can take on a daily, weekly basis in order to get there? You've now accomplished the entire trickle-down effect. You've looked at all the different things that happen that are going to lead up to you achieving that goal. And here's the thing. You're not going to know every single step right now. That's okay. You don't need to know every single step to get started. I've read goal things, and especially when people are trying to set SMART goals, where they try to have everything measurable and everything specific of where they want to go. But you can't always do that at the beginning. Like if I'm trying to say that I want to lose 5 pounds, yeah, I can be pretty specific about the amount of times I want to work out per week and things like that. But if I get an injury or if something else comes up in my life, I now have issues that I need to deal with that are probably more important. So if I end up hurting my knee, like I talked about in that example earlier, it's going to be more important for me to learn how to actually rehab my knee than it is to try and go for a run or lift weights, because obviously I can't do those things. So if you're not keeping your issues and tracking the issues that you're solving alongside the habits that you have and the actual one-off tasks and projects that you have to achieve the goal, you're not actually seeing the different things that you need to do. And often the issues that you have are the things that are going to lead to those projects, or they're the things that are going to lead to better habits in order to get to where you want to be in life. So good luck with this. Please let me know in the comments below how this works for you. This is something I've been implementing for a while, and I found it's completely changed my life. Have a great one.